Hello, we are back, and yes, this time we have a book. It's of Steve Jobs. The best part of this book is it's an animated movie. It's a graphic biography about the creator of Apple, Steve Jobs. Insanely great. This one's for my son Sam, lover of apple pie as well as those other non-edible apple products, of course. Yes, non-edible apple products. Okay, so let's go hit it. Chapter 1, The Young Sprout. Okay, so here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the square pegs in the round holes, the ones who see things differently, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. SJ. I think it's written by Steve Jobs. Yep. So yes, there is a graphic animation over here. Born in sorry, I'm not gonna sing that song. Born 1955, met Bose Blue Works 1971, Reed 1972, college briefly, then here India. He came to India. Yes, we all know that. 1976, started Apple Seeds, Apple II, 1977, 1980 IPC, 1984 MOC, 1985 85 Exodus. Oh, next 86, 1990 Love and Family early. Then what is this? It's I can't figure it. 1995 Toy Story Pixar. Then 97 return to iMac, iTunes, Apple Store. 2001 iPod, 2007 iPhone, 2010 iPad. Oh, that's 2011. Anyways, let's get on to it. Humanities Science. 1,000 miles per hour. I park anywhere I want. The journey is the reward. Okay, great. Okay. He was a tinkerer. He was willful and rebellious and did not like to follow rules. He dropped out of college after just one semester and took calligraphy class. He started Apple Computer in his parents' garage, and it became the world's most valuable company. He was a techno geek and an artist. He brought us the cool products everyone wants and award-winning films like Toy Story Up and Finding Nemo. How did such an iconoclast become the world's best businessman? This is the story. Chapter 1, The Young Sprout, from 1955 to 1965. Alrighty. Steve was born in San Francisco, California in 1955. His biological parents are unmarried college students. They put Steve up for adoption. Later, they marry and have a daughter whom they raise. Then they divorce. Okay. Steve is adopted by Clara and Paul Jobs. Unable to have their own baby, they are ecstatic. Understood? Unable to have their own baby, they are ecstatic. 2 years later, they adopt a girl, Patty. Steve grows up in the Santa Clara Valley, now Silicon Valley, south of San Francisco. They live in a tract home inspired by the developer Joseph Eichler. Simple, modern, suburban. Okay. Silicon, that means a common element found in sand and glass used in making high-tech devices. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. From an early age, Steve is mischievous. He is rule breaker big time. In elementary school, he creates some posters. Sorry about the chair. Some posters. Bring your pet to school day tomorrow. Okay, so he makes his own posters. The next day is crazy. Oh, he did all this fake stuff. Then, Paul Jobs is a machinist. He makes prototypes in the technology industry, and his hobby is fixing up cars. Okay, that's his father, I guess. That's right. Okay. Yep, Paul, yes. Steve and his dad like to tinker. Many weekends they visit the junkyard and pick up odds and ends for projects they make in their garage. Okay, that's a cool dad to have, right? San Francisco. Junk. See, it's so nicely made. Where Hewitt Packard was born. Stanford. Laser. Stanford University School of Engineering. Palo Alto, Fairchild, Semiconductor, Weston, Santa Clara Valley in the early 1960s, now Silicon Valley, is a very busy, buzzing place with hundreds of technology companies employing thousands of people. The United States is in a Cold War and a space race with the Soviet Union. The Russians live in a communist society considered a threat to US capitalism. Santa Clara Mountains. See how nicely they have made the whole graphic? Missiles. Lockheed Missiles and Space Division. Ampex. Hewitt Packard. Technical Instruments, Spectra Physics. Having launched Sputnik, the first satellite in 1957, the Soviets are winning the space race, scrambling to catch up. The US government is funding oodles of defense contractors who are experimenting with new space and weapons technology. These Silicon Valley businesses are part of what's called the military-industrial complex. Okay. Steve's neighborhood is swarming with engineers who work at places like NASA, Westinghouse, and Lockheed Missile. There is an exciting air of mystery and intrigue. NASA, see? Companies that started out small inside home garages like nearby Hewitt Packard are becoming giant. Tiny new companies are sprouting up in Steve's neighborhood. One day they will be huge. Steve and his dad make good use of their garage. Okay. Steve's workbench. Steve even has his own workbench. One weekend, they built a wooden fence around their yard. Even the parts you can't see should be well made and look good. Okay, Dad? Fine. Craftsmanship is important to Steve's dad. Steve likes to assemble do-it-yourself kits. It makes him feel like he can build anything. See, he's building something over here. Steve learns at an early age that he is adopted. Does that mean my real mom and dad didn't want me? His parents reassure him, "Oh no, honey, you are special. We love you very much." But even with these reassurances, the idea of abandonment will haunt Steve forever. Chosen special, abandoned. In middle school, Steve's superior intelligence leads to general boredom and more mischief making. Some dangerous. He is sent home from school many times. Luckily, his 4th grade maths teacher notices algebra, geometry, calculus, algebra, analytic geometry, his brilliance. Oh, very nice. And keeps Steve challenged. So, high school maths, quantum mechanics. Oh, wow. Outgoing and always curious, Steve makes friends with some of the neighborhood engineers. "Steve, I'm glad you are here. Let me show you something cool." Battery, speaker, carbon, microphone. See the diagrams? "Hey Dad, Mr. Lang can amplify using just a carbon mic, a battery and a speaker." "No son, that's not possible. You've got it wrong." "Gee, my dad does not know everything. See, I told you. I'll be darned. They don't come brighter than that wall." So, let's hit chapter 2, growing up from 1965 to 1971. So, I'll make it in the next video. Thank you.